Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Nostalgic Radio Cars, the video edition, and Speed Culture mobile app. We're here at Walker Ford in Clearwater, Florida. We're checking out the new 2016 Mustang GT California Special. Now this car that we have here in front of us is finished in magnetic metallic. That's the color. Stunning looking car. And this is California Special Edition. So this is a little different front fascia work. It's got special 19-inch wheels. And it's got a special interior that also goes with the car. So let's just walk around the car a little bit and let's take a look at it. The new 2016 Mustang, very much like the 2015 Mustang. Very, very good lines. Stock trim, very aggressive looking car. Kind of an Aston Martin look to it. Really, really cool. Here, check this out. Special GT applique. Now, what's interesting on the Mustangs, if you look at, we have a whole row of them here. And you can see that, like, for example, on this orange car, there's just a Mustang on the back. That's just a regular 6-cylinder car. You got a GT, the 50th anniversary, that's a GT. Then you get the standard GT, all right? It just has a GT emblem. Unlike the California Special and the 50th anniversary, they have kind of like a simulated gas cap on the back, okay? So that gives you a rough idea how you can distinguish the differences on the new Mustang. Also, the front fascia is different because a 6-cylinder car won't have fog lights, where a GT will have fog lights, and so on. But let's check out the interior in this car a little bit. Now this particular car is an automatic. It's fairly well loaded. Okay, let's take a peek under the hood. We're going to go over the inside a little bit later once we take the car for a test drive. Let's look at the heart and soul of the new GT. 5-liter, keeping tradition, 5.0. The California Special has a special export brace, or I guess we'd call it a, there's another name for it, I can't think of it right now, excuse me. But basically it's a truss bar that goes from shock tower to shock tower to stiffen the front end for suspension handling, so it's a little bit more rigid. But again, the California Special has a special California designated one that's a little bit wider and has the applique on it that says California Special. Pretty nice piece, nicely detailed under there. All the essentials. 435 horsepower, I believe is what this is. Or maybe not quite, I have to double check that. Anyway, walk over here, we'll just take a look at the window sticker. This car is fairly well optioned. It's got an MSRP, which is manufactured suggested retail price of $43,000 and change, almost $44,000. Beautiful car. Let's take a look inside the trunk here real quick. Whoops, excuse me there. Again, courtesy of our good friends here at Walker Ford at Clearwater, Florida. Trunk, plenty of room. This has a real nice sound system in it. Comes with a factory CD. And again, something we're running into quite frequently here is there's no spare in the back. They either give you a little air pump to plump up the tire, because most of the tires nowadays have a safety run flat, or for an extra cost, you can get an optional spare tire. Hopefully you'll never have to use it, or if the car's still under warranty, you can call 1-800-FORD and they'll come get you. Great lines, traditional fastback. I like the quarter window. This is very reminiscent of the 6970 Mustang. Again, the interior is really, really nicely laid out ergonomically. Beautiful. Nice thick steering wheel, comfortable seats. Nice flush door panels. Nice trim with the stainless trim and the little bit carbon look to it. Looks very good. At any rate, I think it's about time we take this thing for a test drive. What do you think there? So stick around, we'll be back. We're going to do a test drive in this 2016 Mustang GT. You're tuned into Nostalgic Radio Cars and Speed Culture mobile app. Alright, we're now in the cockpit area, the new 2016 Mustang GT California Special. I'm here with Mike Batts from Walker Ford. Hi Mike, how you doing?
Pleased to meet you.
Thank you very much for letting us check out your Mustang and giving us a test drive. Now, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and fire this bad boy out. It's got a nice healthy sound to it.
Yes, it does.
Mike, tell us about some of the features on the car.
Well, the California Special has a little different interior. It's got some red piping and stitching on it with the suede inserts.
Uh-huh.
All of the GTs are going to have things like the track apps, which are accelerometer and braking timing. It's also going to have all of your intake temperatures, oil temperatures, all of the temperatures of everything that's going on under the hood. They're also all going to have steering controls. You got sport mode, comfort mode, or normal mode. And you can change those with the switches down here, as well as traction control and changing the mode for the track.
Okay, and this one also has navigation too, I see.
This is the Sync 3. This is the new one. It's got a little bit different look than we've had in the past. Navigation. It's more like a tablet operation. When you come in here, you can scroll side to side. Also has Wi-Fi. If you're in an area that has Wi-Fi that you don't have to log into or sign into, you can use it to do your updates as well as your Pandora, etc., and play it through the radio.
Excellent. Now I notice also there's paddle controls on here too.
Yeah, upshift is on the right, downshift is on the left.
Okay. The car has a very nice reminiscent look, you know, kind of like a '69 Mustang a little bit. I like the analog gauges, which is good. Okay, I like the contoured dash line. I think that's very, very nice. I'm sitting in the car. These seats are extremely comfortable. Very nice.
Very supportive.
Very supportive, exactly. Got the nice lumbar support. You can adjust the seat. You got a steering wheel adjustment up and down.
As well as in and out.
As well as in and out. Yeah, that's great. Excellent. Now, let's just check out the sound system here real quick.
Okay, this one's going to have the shaker, so I don't know how they've got it set. We might want to just... Okay, let's go back to audio.
Yes.
Get the source. Go to something digital.
Over there on our...
It has the capability for streaming music, so if you're Pandora, Spotify, any one of the internet radio sources, you can stream wirelessly. It also has XM, so you have your satellite, AM, FM, standard stuff. Has a spot for a USB input. That'll take and categorize your music by artist or genre and show you the folders on the screen, and you can decide what you want to listen to.
Excellent. The 2016, I'm told that in the turn signal, or in the hood, there's a turn signal lights.
Yep.
How about that?
In the two little
I see that.
lights there.
Can you see that, Bobby?
They show up a little bit better when the sun's not behind us, of course.
That's true. That's very reminiscent of 67, 68 Mustangs.
Yeah, and depending, and this one should have it, but we're not going to see it in the daytime. Each side mirror, instead of having puddle lights, it projects the pony logo onto the ground.
Oh, very, very nice. Excellent. Bobby, do you have any questions for Mike?
I'm good back here.
How's it fit back there? You're pretty nice and comfortable?
Yes, this is great room back here. I mean, these seats are very, very comfortable, very supportive as well. Even for being back here, it's a very good feel.
Well, another thing too I like about this car is I can see out of it pretty good too, so it doesn't really have a lot of blind spots, which is nice. They designed it very, very well. Well, Mike, I think we're ready to take this thing for a test drive. Now, this thing is a 6-speed automatic, correct?
It is.
6-speed automatic.
If you put the S, if you want to use the pedal shifters, you have to push it down to the S mode.
Oh, I'm fine conventionally. I'm old school, so. Now, the horsepower rating on this car is what about? I miscalculated. I thought it was 435, but I think that's what the Shelbys are.
That's what the Shelby is. This one is...
like 340, or no, is it close to 400?
yeah.
Close to 400? Okay. Super. Well, we're going to go out here on US 19 and then go up the road a little ways. You know what else I like about this car is you sit up in the car. It's not like you sit down too low.
Mm-hmm.
You sit up and you can look down over the front, which is good. I think that's, for a driver, that's real, real important. I like the bumps in the hood. I like the turn signals. Very nicely laid out. It's got a nice throaty sound to it, doesn't it? Sounds real good. Now we got power mirrors like most cars, right?
Mm-hmm. This one's also going to have the blind spot package bliss.
Okay. And that blind spot package is what?
The lights come on the rearview mirrors
Okay.
when someone gets in your What would be your blind spot?
Okay. Does it have that little thing that if I get too close to a lane or something like that, does it, what do they call that?
No, you do not have the lane keep.
Okay, there is a lane keep option.
There is.
Okay.
Question from a viewer saying, does it ride smooth?
It rides extremely smooth. I'm very, very impressed with this car. Even though it's got a stiff suspension, it's got a very, very nice smooth. Unlike the 2005 to 2009 and 2010 to 2014, this rides really, really nice. This is a nice ride. Does that answer your question?
Another one, V8 or V6?
This is a V8. This is a 5.0, and it's about 400 horsepower, right?
Another viewer asking about cost. How much?
This car sells for $43,700. I believe was the sticker on this one.
43,470, but yeah.
Yeah, $43,500 roughly. And of course, if you want to buy this car, you contact our good buddy Mike Batch at Walker Ford in Clearwater. Phone number is 727-535-3673, right? That's the old number, okay? So I get that memorized. It's 535 Ford.
Yes.
Mileage they want to know about.
Gas mileage, yeah. Tell us about the mileage on this.
You get a combined average of 19. Driving it normally, you should easily do that. It's got an estimated 25 on the highway.
Okay. I gotta tell you, I'm impressed with the way it feels, and I'm not even getting on it. I'm just driving it, sanely, and it's a very, very nice, comfortable car. It's got a small car feel to it, but yet a big car feel to it. It's just got a very secure feel to it. I like that.
All the underpinnings are new for the 16 model year. It's really not even the same Mustang that it used to be.
Another viewer asking, any room in the back seat, which I will answer. Yes, there is. Feels great back here.
Do you mind if I leg it a little bit?
Not at all.
And that felt pretty good. That was a nice acceleration. And that was basically from a 40-mile roll. So it felt pretty good. No hesitation, no bogging, no nothing. I tell you, it's a nice driving car. Probably the most impressive thing in the car, from a driver's perspective and probably a passenger as well, is looking over the hood. That still is really, really cool. It's got the nice little double humps to it, and with the little pop-ups there where the turn signals are, gives the car kind of a nice sporty feel to it. It's not kind of like your typical bland, hood, flat hood look. It's got a nice contoured hood to it, and it gives the car kind of a nice style to it.
Question asking, what's it got for rear end gears? If we can.
I believe this one has 333s in it, 331s.
Yeah, this one, 331, I believe it does.
Yeah, so it's got like a 331 axle ratio, and it's limited slip, I believe, also, which is standard on GTs.
It would be on the options side.
Mm-hmm. No, I think I looked at it. I think it said 331s.
20-inch rims, someone's asking?
This one has 19-inch rims on it, specific to the California Special. Again, to answer the first guy's question, very, very smooth. Nice handling car, nice driving characteristics, good manners, nice road holding ability. Very, very nice car.
True duals or catback is someone's question.
True duals. looked under there. If anybody can tell, if you listen to the exhaust has got kind of a throaty note to it, very much reminiscent to in the movie Bullet when Steve McQueen was driving his '68 390 Mustang. It has that nice traditional big block Ford exhaust tone to it. Very, very nice. Ford did a good job with that. Pardon me?
Without being invasive.
Yeah.
Interior quiet.
Yeah, oh yeah, inside the car is extremely quiet. Good point there. Thanks, Mike.
Do you know the volume of the engine?
The volume of the engine. You talking about the displacement?
Or
Please specify.
The volume of the engine is a 5.0, so it's basically a 302 cubic inch motor. Twin overhead cam. I believe it's twin overhead cam in it. I think this one is, yeah. And like 4 or 5 valves per cylinder. Actually, kind of got us there on the technical thing, but we'll look into that. I like driving this car so much, I don't want to get out of it. I think I just want to take it home. I'm sold on it. The car's got a nice feel to it. Very, very nice feel.
They're egging you on again here to.
They're egging us on? What, they want us to haul ass?
Like it, yeah.
It's your ticket.
Yeah, no, it's my ticket, yeah. Well, we might fall back just a little bit here. Nobody, Alright, that's it. That's all you got. But yes, it pulls real good. The thing about it is, it pulls nice and consistent. It doesn't jerk you, like slow down, notch, and then take off. It just pulls and accelerates hard through the gears.
Top speed they're asking?
Top speed, we don't know.
I don't know where the cutoff is on these.
Yeah, most cars today are capable of 140, 150 mile an hour, but they're limited because they have governors on them. So that's another question we'll have to look up.
They've got good questions that the average customer walking in does not ask.
That's true. That's a good point. The average guy that walks in and buys a Mustang GT buys it because he's more or less a traffic light driver, racer, as opposed to, high-speed driver, which is something you'd find more, if you're out in Wyoming or Nevada or Arizona or in Europe or someplace like that. But since this car is designed to kind of compete on the world market, probably some of our questions are coming from viewers that are overseas. Is that a fair statement, Bobby?
Yeah, some are, but a lot are right here.
Okay.
Disc brakes, there was one of their questions all the way around.
We have disc brakes, we have cross drill brakes on the front, and I believe the rear are just regular vented disc brakes on the back. The fronts look like they're about 13 inches though, 12, 13 inches. They're pretty big diameter.
The large
drilled ones.
And a newer viewer wanted to know again, V8 engine?
Yes, absolutely V8 engine. And for you guys that just tuned in, this is a 2016 Mustang GT California Special Edition. And again, I want to thank Mike Batch from Walker Ford for taking time out from his busy afternoon to kind of go on a little test drive with us. So, Mike, we really appreciate that. And again, if you guys want to buy a Mustang and you're in the Clearwater area, be sure to check out our friends at Walker Ford. We're passing them right now. They're located on 19. Mike, what's the address? All right, Mike, how about the internet address? If they want to reach you on the internet, Mike, how do they go about finding you to buy Mustang?
Mike.batch@walkerford.com.
How about that? And Mike, you actually work in internet sales, don't you?
Yes, I am.
0 to 60, do we?
0 to 60 time is probably 5 seconds. Somewhere around 5 seconds on this car. And it feels it.
For the questions like that, I actually have to go to the internet and find them because it's not something the manufacturer tells us in product trading.
Interesting.
They're asking cut rotors.
Cut rotors. Define cut rotors. I'm not sure what that means.
Slotted, I think they mean.
Slotted? Oh, okay. If they're grooved, if they got the air reliefs in them. I didn't notice that. I will say for sure that they are definitely drilled, cross-drilled. Which does the same thing as a cut rotor. If you got a slice in it, basically what it is to dissipate heat. See, so you can take this car and you can drive this car fast if you want to, or you can drive it in a very, very civil fashion. The car is very, very nice, very comfortable, has excellent road manners. Mike, I'm very much impressed with this car.
We are too. Big difference from the 14 model year and previous.
Now, as we roll on back into the dealership here at Walker Ford.
Warranty, they want to know.
Warranty, tell us about the warranty on the car. Mike.
336 bumper to bumper, 560 on the powertrain, and 560 on the roadside assistance.
Okay, so 3-year, 36,000 miles on the car, bumper to bumper, and then on the powertrain, 5 years and 60,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
And the roadside assistance, that's going to include your lockouts, towing for not just mechanical breakdown, but also if you should encounter an accident, that type of thing. They'll bring you some gas. They'll get the vehicle unlocked for you. It's a pretty comprehensive roadside assistance program.
Excellent. Well, Mike, I want to thank you very much for taking a few minutes
welcome.
with us here to test drive the new 2016 Mustang GT California Special Edition. We're here at Walker Ford on US 19. If you want to buy a car, come see my buddy Mike Batch at Walker Ford. The number again is 727-535-FORD or 3673. Right, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's pretty much a wrap. Take one more gander at all these beautiful Fords here at Walker Ford, and stay tuned for more video editions from Nostalgic Radio and Cars and Speed Culture, the mobile app. We're back, and there's a couple things we want to go over with. We're still going to finish up with the California GT, California Special. Okay. A couple questions came in earlier about the brakes. And I wasn't quite sure because I looked at so many cars today, I kind of lost track. But basically, it's got 12-inch or 13-inch brakes on the front, the dual piston calipers. They are not slotted, and they are not, they're vented, but they're not drilled or slotted, okay? So that answers one question. Also, the horsepower on this car is around 400 horsepower, and the rear end ratio is a 355. So that pretty much limited slip. That pretty much sums it up. Again, it's got the special California GT, California Special GT wheels on it. They are 19-inch wheels. Overall, we had a great time in this car. It drives really, really nice. A couple of things we probably could show you is, if you look at the side mirror right here, if you open the door, it might work. Actually, there's a light that lights up right here. You might be able to see this. See the little pony on my hand? Okay? It actually displays a pony. Can you see that, guys? See that? There you go. See that? See the pony right there? That's a pony. That lights up and shines on the ground. It would obviously show up real well in the street or in the dark, okay, like it's intended.
Question from viewer, what motor again?
And the motor is a 5-liter, okay, 5.0, 302 cubic inch, 5-liter, okay, 5,000 cc's, and it's rated at 400 horsepower. And overall, I got to tell you, I'm very much impressed with the car. If you guys want to find out more about the cars, check out your local Ford dealers, particularly if you're here in Clearwater. Check out Walker Ford. They're over here on 19. Again, their number is 727-535-FORD or 727-535-3673. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Nostalgic Radio and Cars, Video Edition, and Speed Culture mobile app. Now, if you also recognize me, I'm your show host from the nationally syndicated radio show, Nostalgic Radio and Cars, which can be heard every Tuesday night on the TAN Talk Radio Network, AM 1340, between 7 and 8 p.m. Tune in tomorrow night. We got a great show for you. In the meantime, everybody, thank you. Stick around. We got a whole bunch more videos coming.